Sonicstate here at Superbooth 2019 with Piotr from Polyend. Now, we've already taken a look at the significant updates to Medusa with the 2.0 firmware, but underneath these boxes are some little treats.
Some little dishes.
Some little dishes.
Eurorack dishes.
Eurorack dishes. So what we're going to start. So this is starters.
So this is the entree. Yeah.
Entree. Okay.
Let me unveil it. So, what you see here, if I declutter it a little bit, this is the module we are looking at.
Poly 2. So this is the follow-up to the...
To that one.
Poly. Oh yeah.
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 So that one came up, the idea of it, that we need to give people
For the
sequencer ability to control Eurorack, and it seemed that it was a good idea because a lot of people are using it with the Eurorack. You see the Richard Devine having it on the live tour, which is amazing. But then we also figured out that a lot of people are using it with different MIDI interfaces, not only this one. And if you have different MIDI interfaces, you need a lot of configuration, which that one was obviously lacking. You had some, dip switches on the back, but that's not convenient. And also on the market, there are a lot of, not a lot, but some of the MIDI to CV converters. We decided to make the ultimate one, as we like to think about it.
Okay.
So we strip it down to 14 HP, and it's still up to 8 voices. But we added this small little screen that enables you to configure it up to your tastes.
Okay.
So if I hook it up to the keyboard as such, and just load.
Using it as the host, of course. There.
Oh yeah, powering from the host, and load one of my profiles, which we have 20 of those, and you can save them. This is in the note mode right now, so each note is responsible for firing each of the voices. I set it up to the 6 voices, so you have 6 pairs of pitch and gate, and the rest of the CVs is totally configurable. So you just go to the menu and say, hey, I want here to be the clock. Here maybe the clock times 2, so with the dividers, maybe the velocity, maybe the CC, you name it. Then we added the different MIDI conventions, so Ableton, Logic, there is some, there are some differences.
Yeah.
And scales as we tend to do on each of our devices. So
And this all gets saved into a single profile then?
That's correct.
Right.
So if I play something, I'm playing a few of the modules here, so yep. That's just a gimmick to show you this mode that is called notes.
Yeah.
Then if you go to play mode, you can change it to channel or next or first, as you would utilize Poly 2 for playing like a synthesizer. And this also enables you to play the MIDI keyboards that are MP, so it's MP ready.
Nice.
So if I load my first profile, this knows that I'm playing with step sequencer, so if I hook it up and also power it via the host,
all convenient.
it's a little bit more configurable and controllable, then I can utilize this type of MIDI device. You can play drums with the note things, you can play sequences, you can hook it up to Ableton, you can do every MIDI situation you can imagine with the Eurorack. So that's why we say this is the ultimate MIDI to CV converter.
Okay, excellent. Yeah.
We also changed the price, so it's narrower, so it should be cheaper. So it's $349 in dollars and in euros.
Excellent.
Availability, if you ask.
Yeah, I was going to ask.
Yeah, for sure. It's gonna be this summer. We hope to deliver it to the shops till the end of June.
Excellent. Brilliant. So that's our entree.
I hope that you are still hungry.
I am still hungry. So what's this for main?
That's the main course.
Main course.
Let me reveal.
Ooh. Here we go. The Polyend preset.
Yes. So introducing the preset. So I think the best way to start with would be a little bit of the demo, the musical demo, and then I will break down the patch. So what I did, right? So just for the intro, I'll tell you that I have the grids sending sending gates to 3 exactly set plats, which are amazing, by the way.
Yeah.
And then I'm controlling the models with my preset, the pitch, and some other random variations. So let's see. And you see, I've loaded a preset. I have my hands free, so now I can tweak it like.
Right, so it's using like a little. You've got a little record button there. This is how we actually make our presets then.
I'll show you maybe just right now how you create your preset. So you have 9 outputs, right? 1 input, which I will cover later.
Okay.
And you've got corresponding to the outputs, you've got 9 encoders, which can be clickable and have different colors.
Oh, nice.
Because I'm sending, and then you have 32 knobs, or sorry, buttons.
Yeah.
And the pads, whenever I click them, they load
Oh, yes.
a set of 9 outputs. And you may ask, what outputs do the Eurorack people need? So this, first of all, is the blue one, is the value, it's the constant value. Here you've got 0 voltage, here you've got 10 voltages. This is exactly 5 voltages if you need, right?
Yeah.
And then you can also make an automation of these voltages. So hit record, click, it waits for me to the move.
Yeah.
And then I make my 30-second animation, or I do it like this. So it outputs very smooth.
And we can see the way that the light intensity is kind of
Exactly.
reflecting the
Exactly.
automation.
So let's maybe try to hear it. So I'll just use one of my inputs here. So with this controller, I am changing the models, right? And if I automate it, it recalls my change on the fly. And this is just one preset, and I've got 32 at my disposal. Times 32 banks, times 9, meaning up to almost 10,000, if you need them, 10,000 values. That are at your fingertip.
Wow, interesting.
And then they load immediately, as you see.
So just immediately sort of interact with it.
That was our goal.
Yeah.
So you interact it live, or when you compose, you just hit this one, start mangling with one sound, then take it further.
So even though it's preset, it's still, but it's also
it's a preset of values, not the preset of sounds, as we as we know, like for example in Medusa.
Right.
So it's totally different thing. We just call it preset because
Yeah, that's a good idea.
because it is a preset of values.
Preset of values.
And so then you see those different other colors.
Yeah, how'd you get to them?
So you just click the knob.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we've got the blue. Sorry, the blue, yeah. Then there is green is a gate. So whenever I press my pad, it opens the gate, and then when I release it, closes it. So it's cool for making it a keyboard for synthesizer. And the last thing is the last mode is the cyan mode, which is the notes which are volt per octave.
Oh, okay.
And when I hit the bank button, which is right there, those knobs turn into dark blue because now I'm choosing one of the 32 scales. So again, with the scales.
Scales, nice.
You can also record the melody, so same story, hit record, click, record it, and then it recalls the notes. And yes, and I mentioned that there is one in, right?
Oh, that's right, yeah.
So if I send from MAVs, let's say something like a clock, and let me just set it to gate. You've got only one setting here, which is behind the scenes, which is setting this one to gate or CV.
Okay.
If it's gate, if you fit it with gate, it will progress on the
gate clocks.
on each gate. So you can make it as a, you know. Let's hear it. Right? Or to make a little bit more crazy sequences, just hook it up with your LFO or envelope or whatever. Switch it. Sorry, switch it to 1, 2, 3 to CV. And there we go.
Yeah.
Now this is 0 volts. This is 10 volts. So whatever LFO you fit into it, it will change the preset. Sorry, man. It will change the preset accordingly. So that's the preset.
Wow. Very smart.
Same story about the availability.
Oh yes.
But the price is $3.99.
Okay.
Again in dollars, in euros. Yes, so that was our main course.
I want some dessert now.
Let's go to the dessert. Or maybe, you know what? Maybe you'll take dessert to go.
Dessert to go?
Yeah.
Why is that?
It's just because you can. Let me hook it up.
Polyend anywhere.
Yes, so I have this kind of 303 type of situation going on here. So I've got my VCO going to the filter, then another VCO going into another brilliant wasp filter. Then there is a VCA, and we have step sequencer, also the 808 kick kind of. So yeah, let's see, let's play a little bit with it. So that's the one. Typical 303 situation. But what's cool about it is I've hooked it up to this Bluetooth speaker, Bluetooth plus auxiliary speaker, which is battery powered.
Battery powered.
And I can take.
Hang about. What's going on here?
So yeah.
Haha!
This is because we developed this anywhere module that enables you to hook up one of those typical power banks that you hook up to the cell phone or mobile phone or whatever. Those are fairly cheap, and this is 20,000 milliampere watts. It's fairly big one, but it can power up this system of 9 modules for about 8 hours.
Okay, wow.
So take it to the forest, to the beach, to the party. This is your remote system, and you're not anymore hooked up to the connected to the power outlet.
Wow. Another very innovative and very useful little tool. So again, availability and price.
Same story.
Yeah.
End of July.
End of July.
And this is $149. Same is in Europe and in US.
Wow.
So that's our 3 products. You've got the ultimate MIDI to CV converter called Poly Mark II, the preset that recalls your values on the fly, and the anywhere that will set your Euro case free.
Brilliant. Piotr, thank you very much.
Pleasure. Thanks.